There was once a great sage, rabbi by the name of the Chafetz Chaim, Rabbi Yisrael Meir HaKagan HaKohen. And what happened with this rabbi was he lived from 1839 to 1933. Interesting fact. And one time he was staying by an inn. An inn is like a hotel. As he sat down sipping on some tea, learning some Torah, he sees another Jew walking with a kippah. And he's sitting down and he orders a nice big steak. You know the good steaks? He orders one of those big ones with a nice big drink. Chafetz Chaim is watching him. And he sees the man starts digging into the steak and drinking the drink without even saying a bracha. Right away the innkeeper sees this. The owner of the hotel walks to the Chafetz Chaim. He says, Rabbi, tells him quietly, Rabbi, you know who this man is? When he was a kid, 5, 6, 7 years old, they took him and his friends and his family, all the young kids, and they put them in the Russian army. And they didn't have any Judaism, no Torah, no Shabbat, no mitzvot, not even Chumash, nothing, no brachot. This is why he probably didn't say a bracha. He's not used to it. He just came out of the army. For 25 years he's there. Wow. Chafetz Chaim looks at him, he says, oh my gosh, thank you for telling me. Walks over to the guy. And once he walks over to the guy, he looks at him and he says, sir, I'm so jealous of you. Man looks up, me? You're jealous of me? How could you be jealous of me? He says, what do you mean? He says, you were in the Russian army for 25 years, and yet you're so happy to be a Jew. Wow, thank you, Hashem. You have a kippah on your head. You're eating kosher in a kosher restaurant. Ashrecha, you are incredible. You see, the Chafetz Chaim could have said something else. He could have said, what are you doing? You're not saying a bracha. Say a bracha. How could a Jew not say a bracha, a blessing? He could have been upset at him. He could have yelled. He could have screamed. Instead, the Chafetz Chaim found a positive way, found a nice and pleasant way to rebuke and make his friend do teshuvah. Eventually, this man saw how incredible the Chafetz Chaim was and how he said it in such a nice, pleasant way that he got close to the Chafetz Chaim and eventually learned more about Torah and mitzvot and got even closer to Hashem. In this week's parasha, the parsha of Acharei Mot, Kedoshim, the Torah tells us, if you rebuke and tell your friend, and you see a friend that's doing something wrong, and you tell him in a nice way, hey, you're doing something wrong, maybe you should fix it. If you only tell him in a nice way, then that is helping him. And you're saving him from getting an avon, chas v'shalom, doing a sin, getting an avera. You could be doing a mitzvah by helping him. But the rabbis say, how should you tell him? Jewish wisdom explains, you shouldn't tell your friend, hey, you're doing something wrong, like this, like that. Rather, the rabbis explain, Chachamim say it in a nice way. Say it in a pleasant way, because when you explain it in a pleasant way, then the person's more open. Wow, I understand. Okay, I understand I did something wrong. But if you start yelling and screaming and shouting at him, hey, you did this, you did that wrong, then he won't understand it. And he won't take it to heart and he won't fix himself. How can you boys think of something, a pleasant way of speaking to your friend if you see someone doing something wrong? For example, let's say you're at lunch and you're in line to get lunch. And your friend Avi cuts you in line. Yeah, he cuts you in line. Instead of saying, hey Avi, what did you do? Get to the back of the line. What are you doing? Instead of embarrassing, maybe you could say, hey Avi, go to him privately. By the way, thank you for sharing snack with me today during recess. Maybe you didn't realize, but I was here in line before you. Maybe you thought, you were supposed to be in front of me or any other way. How can you boys think to explain to someone in a pleasant way? I want to wish all our dear tzaddikim, talmidei chachamim, students, have a Shabbat Shalom. Incredible, peaceful, enjoyable Shabbat. Keep learning Torah. Keep growing. Torah is our life, and we'll never let go. Shabbat Shalom to everyone.